Hello, and we are live. Well, welcome back to the Johnny What a Gentleman podcast, episode 2, I believe. And I am in the car with one of my good friends you will get to know, Zach. And
Hello.
yeah, here we are. And we're just going to kind of talk about each other, and you'll get to know a little bit more about my good friend over here.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I guess we could kind of just start from the beginning.
We kind of go way back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do we go back? Yeah. So Johnny and I met in college. Freshman year, we were both music majors, and so it was really kind of. I guess Johnny was very mysterious at first. I think, as a lot of people could probably agree. We had music theory or ear training, or I think it was both of them actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Johnny was a piano performance major, and I was doing music ed. And ear training and music theory was what we were kind of dealing with. I think that I knew you basically through that other guy Jeremiah.
That's right.
Yeah, and
That's
he
right.
and he was kind of like, because I thought he was like, he was fine. And then one day I was like, so who? I don't know why I asked this, but I said something like, so who are your closest friends, Jeremiah? And he said, honestly, that one guy Jonathan Kroll is probably my closest friend. So I don't know if that means anything to you, if you guys were close back then, or if that was kind of more of a one-sided thing or what.
Yeah.
But that definitely made me, I don't know. It made me think, oh wow, so this dude, Jonathan Kroll, actually, he's got some presence, he's got some substance. Jeremiah Tab is, ranking him number 1, so he must be something.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically, then I think there was one day when I didn't do my music theory homework, and I think that you let me copy off you. And
Sounds about right.
right as the professor was kind of moseying around, checking everyone's work and stuff, and then he kind of had his back turned to us, and you were kind of sitting like right in front of me or right beside me,
Yeah.
and you were looking right at him, and then you just like tossed your paper on my desk, so I could copy off of it really quick. And so I thought that was actually pretty cool because you just kind of pulled it off so seamlessly, and I basically just said something along the lines of, hey, I didn't do my homework, could I copy off you, even though we're not really friends yet,
Right.
and we're only maybe 2 or 3 weeks into the school year, but into college, but I need to copy off somebody, and then you just toss it to me without even looking at me, but just keeping your eyes on the professor to make sure he didn't. I was like, wow, that's actually kind of badass.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I do remember getting lunch a few times. I mean, a lot
Yeah,
of
lunch, of course.
in the piazza. But I think our other friend, so me and Joseph, we both kind of thought that you were very, I guess, I don't want to say sheltered, but just very, very kind of, formal, right? Johnny, what a gentleman. You always dress up, right? You're like very
That's true,
polite.
yeah.
Good with the formalities, right? So we're like, should we have him hang out with us? But our reservation was, what if you hang with us and then we play Quiplash, and then he sees kind of where to the extremes that we take the Quiplash answers. What if that just ruins it all?
Yeah.
But then lo and behold, we played Quiplash with you, and you kind of wiped the floors with us. Like you kind of took it to a more extreme. So
Yeah.
so then we kind of just reasoned, oh wait, maybe actually we don't have what it takes, to play Quiplash with you. You turned the tables big time. So
Interesting.
yeah, that was kind of the beginning of it all, I'd say, was me copying off you for music theory, getting lunch in the piazza a few times, just like anyone, that makes friends in college,
Yeah.
and playing Quiplash and being very thrown off by that.
Yes. I mean, there you have it. Just we kind of met through freshman year, right?
Yeah.
In college, kind of
right at the beginning.
still getting acquainted with the new college environment.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I remember. Okay, I want to know what you think
Yeah.
of like, what was it like going from high school to college?
Ooh, that's a good
'Cause
question.
for me, it was, I didn't really know what to expect, but it felt kind of like, oh, this is going to be a new something.
Sure.
And it was
Yeah.
definitely nice to find someone like you that
Yeah.
felt like it was similar.
Do you think that it was scary coming into college?
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, in a couple of ways.
Yeah.
I thought, definitely looking back at least, that like I was scared of like making friends, but I feel like a lot of people probably have felt that.
Of
Maybe you
course.
felt that at
Of
times.
course.
But just the feeling that like I was like not in control, like so much was, basically everything was new. It was like new living places. I was going to be out of the house. There's
Yeah.
like new classes, and I didn't even like know what that meant.
hmm
So yeah, I guess I was just kind of all around just a bit anxious and scared of like, how do I prepare for something I don't really know much about?
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, what about you?
I think that's a good point. I think for me, honestly, I wasn't. Maybe it just goes to show kind of how different it was back then. But I wasn't really afraid of, I guess, the change of pace or the meeting new people per se, right? Because I came into college, rooming with somebody who I went to high school with
Hmm.
and knew, from childhood.
Yeah.
And I also had a whole kind of cast and crew of people from high school that I kind of came in with.
Mhm.
There's really at least, 5 people that I knew actually pretty well, that I was pretty close with,
Mhm.
which was really kind of helpful, and also kind of part of the reason why I even decided to go to that college in the first place. But
Mm.
so I kind of came into it with this, I guess, kind of padded, I have all these people that I know. I'm studying something that I know that I like, as in music. And I think I was just it's not that I was just so done with high school and ready to just, move on, but
Hmm.
I think I was definitely very excited for the change of pace.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I mean, not that I look back on freshman year as just the complete glory days or anything like that, but it definitely, at least for me, and I think for a lot of people too, there's really something kind of weirdly magical about
Mm.
the beginning of college and just the whole, new student orientation week, or what was it called?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
NSO, then there's something else.
NSO, New Student Orientation Week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
that is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, whereas basically there's no classes, I don't think, right, besides the FYE
that was
class.
one
Yeah.
class. Yeah.
Yeah. Which again was kind of, it wasn't a joke, but it wasn't hard. It was pretty much just, oh, this is technically your first class, but we're not going to do any homework. We're just going to meet,
Yeah.
even more other college
Oh,
kids your own
gosh,
age,
yeah.
and with a professor this time, But there was still a crap ton of other things going on, of course. So it felt way more like a church camp, but
Mm.
in the best way.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of fun for sure. And even when classes did actually start the following week, and we actually had to worry about stuff, it was still fun. I thought
Yeah. Mhm.
there was still a lot of kind of good energy of kind of just, everybody kind of being in more or less the same place of life of, oh, I just finished high school, but I want to meet more people. This is the time to do it, basically.
Yep.
I'm studying something that I like, just a whole kind of like, I guess, lightning in a bottle, recipe of just like different factors, everybody kind of basically being on the same page,
Yeah.
I definitely
that's
appreciated
true.
that a lot for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really, it wasn't really until later on, I guess, in college. I mean, freshman year had its fair share of struggles, but it was still a pretty easy year overall. Really wasn't until later on when kind of like other things happened, different closer relationships, maybe getting a little tense and classes actually getting hard. Go figure,
Yeah. Yeah.
But freshman year was kind of
just.
it was a blast, honestly.
Yeah.
And it wasn't anything super duper difficult or challenging. It was just a blast, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, both Zach and I, we went to a college called Indiana Wesleyan, It's in Marion, Indiana. It's like an hour from Indianapolis.
Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats! Even though I didn't go to any one game,
One.
maybe one, but yeah.
Maybe one. Perhaps.
So yeah, there was okay. Wow, freshman year. Just thinking about that, it does feel like it was just ages ago, and
Yeah, yeah.
like you said,
Yeah.
felt like a magical time.
It kind
that we
of
could just
was.
do whatever.
Yeah. And again, not to just glaze it as this perfect, lightning in a bottle, untouchable thing, but again, my classes. I mean, I'm speaking for myself. I don't want to just speak for you,
Sure.
but my classes weren't hard. I even was in the musical at the end. I was in Into the Woods.
Mm.
I played the role of the Mysterious Man. If anyone,
That's what he
shout out
was.
Mysterious Man, which was not in the Disney movie. There was not really a Mysterious Man role in the Disney movie. So
Huh.
when I got the script when the cast kind of came out and then it said Mysterious Man Zach, I was kind of pissed because I thought that meant I was just an extra. I mean,
Oh,
what other show out there has a character named Mysterious Man, right?
right.
That sounds like the definition of an extra, just a guy in the background with 0 lines,
Right.
But lo and behold, it actually turned out to be pretty pivotal to the story. I
you
had
go.
my own song. Okay, no, it was more just like a duet, but it was still, I had a pretty big-ish role in the whole thing. So all that to say, I'm not trying to brag about my freshman year
please.
musical repertoire, but I mean, I was pretty busy with that, and I still wouldn't even say that freshman year was that hard. It was basically right. I mean, it was music theory 1, ear training 1, a crap ton of gen eds.
Oh, that's right.
Like New
those
Testament,
gen
Old
eds.
Testament, philosophy, psychology.
That's right.
I think that was all of them.
Because we went to a private liberal arts college,
Mhm.
Christian environment, we had to take not only general education classes, which I'm sure you have to take in college, but we had to
Yeah.
take also like these more Christian catered classes that would talk about things like the Bible, and we'd have chapel
Right.
3 times a week. So,
Oh, yeah.
but somehow it was still like easy, or we didn't
Yeah.
have to think much about
Yeah, no,
what to
freshman
do.
year was
It
a
was-
joke, honestly.
Yeah,
I'll just say it.
We
In
could say
terms of
it's
academia, it was kind of a joke.
kind of a joke.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
I really appreciated like getting to stay up late, right? And
Yeah.
kind of being able to just cram whatever I needed to, especially for the gen ed classes. I mean, I remember in New Testament, which we had together, right? We had
That's
right
right.
with Crisp, yeah, spring semester. I don't know about you. I doubt that you procrastinated as much as me, but for that last paper, whatever it was, I don't even remember what we had to write about, but it was something that wasn't just something to kind of just brush off, right? Not only did I procrastinate, but then my laptop, my MacBook Pro, it just really took a crap for no reason. But it was acting fine up to that. There really wasn't a reason for me to think, oh no, maybe I need to get this checked out. I think I was in the middle of typing my paper, and it died at 10% battery or something,
Ooh.
maybe 15%. So obviously low, but I didn't think it was low enough that I had to charge it. It just died. So then when I booted it back up, basically the whole paper was gone or something like that.
Oh,
And
no.
of course it wasn't on Google Docs, so it wasn't just auto saving. It was just gone for real. So yeah. So I had to start from the beginning, So that part kind of sucked. But again, that was kind of the laptop's fault. It wasn't the professor's fault or the class's fault for being hard. That was just my own stupid laptop being stupid. So all that to say,
Wow.
and then what I was going to say with that too is that when I actually did write it, I started it, pretty late that night, maybe the night before it was actually due, or when it was due for me. And I sometimes you just get in that nice flow state where maybe it's 1 a.m., 2 a.m. or something, and that it's coming down to the wire, but
Yep.
that it's going to get done in one way or another, and so you're kind of just cranking it out, and once it's done, it's going to feel so good.
Yes,
It's
that's
going to feel
true.
just unbelievably good. You kind of chase that almost relief feeling, definitely did that later on, but I think the problem was, as my classes got harder, I learned that I couldn't keep doing that, right? I couldn't
yeah.
keep cramming kind of last minute or studying for a test last minute and expecting to still pull through. Even if I did pull all-nighters, those still didn't really help me a lot of the time. So my point in all this is that freshman year, I could get away with that, and I could actually pull off, getting a good grade on either the paper or the test or whatever it was, and then when it's all done, just it feeling unbelievably good,
Yeah.
It's so satisfying. And I can remember kind of like specific little tests and papers or quizzes that I mean, Marshall and I even pulled 2 different all-nighters for fine arts.
Wow.
Which was also
Yeah.
freshman year, where you had the memorizing the artifacts, right?
Right.
Is that what yours was
Yeah, it
too?
was very
Or it was
similar.
something along the lines of 25 artifacts the first half of the class, and then
Right.
25 other artifacts like the second half or something like that. But we pulled legit all-nighters both times, I think. It was brutal, but again, we both did pretty well. So
Yeah, I mean, you got through it.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of I think that's kind of what works well for me. I don't think I was meant to go on to get a master's in anything per se. Not now. I think I definitely thrive the best on, maybe low stakes yet high expectation type of academia,
Mhm.
right? Where there's a lot to do. Doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as you do it, is kind of what is my kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the lessons and skills, you could call it, that
Mhm.
we acquired throughout college, a lot of it was kind of just you figure out what works best for you.
Right.
Like if you have an assignment, like you said, that we end up just kind of procrastinating,
Mm-hmm.
but we kind of become good at it.
Right.
We
right.
end
right.
up, it almost becomes our kind of, special thing.
For sure. For
I
sure.
want to quickly talk about, because I know probably people are perhaps curious,
Mhm.
what was the food like
Oh,
at our
yes.
little
Yes.
Indiana Wesleyan College? So we
Where
had,
to begin?
yeah, so we had a place, it was called Wildcats.
Wildcat Express.
Wildcat Express too.
Yeah.
That was like a place you could go and it would have a couple of different places. Like you could get sandwiches. There was a place that had like some Mexican
Yeah,
food.
they had burrito bowls and burritos.
Okay, stuff like that.
Oh, and you could also get 3 tacos too.
3 tacos, that's
Yeah,
right.
Just, meat, lettuce, cheese.
That was, yeah.
That was it.
And there was this, I guess you could call it like Asian section of Wildcats where
Right.
it was kind of like Panda Express. I mean, it was their best effort. I mean,
Mhm.
I didn't eat at it a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
even though I'm
it
Asian.
was very unpopular.
Yeah,
for sure.
So there was Wildcats. There was that. There was another place. Oh, well, there was a place called Baldwin.
Oh,
which
right,
was our buffet
Mm-hmm.
option for eating at the college.
Mm-hmm.
So that one was pretty good.
It was decently popular, I think, where people actually would go to it.
Mhm.
But most people that I talked to, I think firsthand, tended to hate it for some reason. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they had home cooked meals in the entree line, right? It was always okay, not actually home cooked meals, but it was always things served in the style of home cooked meals, right?
Yeah.
There's always
usually
mashed potatoes and green beans and some type of meat covered in
some
mysterious sauce. Yeah, they did have catfish a lot. Remember the catfish?
I ate a lot of that. Did you not like it? Or?
I actually did,
Okay.
but I felt kind of ashamed eating it because whenever I got it, people, I don't know, people always kind of point out like, why did you get the catfish?
Just a fried
And
fish.
it's fried,
Yeah.
So what do you expect? It was not bad. All that to say, yeah, Baldwin was not bad.
Yeah.
But there also was a Chick-fil-A. Did you mention that? Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Which was
at Wildcats.
always a hit. Yeah.
And that was actually kind of almost like a big deal at the time. I guess you could
was,
say in
for sure.
2016 was
16.
our
Yeah.
freshman year. Yeah, that was a big deal. Like
Mhm.
we had a Chick-fil-A on campus. I know for a lot of big colleges out there and whatnot, this is nothing. Like
Right.
But
And then I don't know about you, but whenever I mention that to people, saying like, "Oh, yeah, actually, we did have a Chick-fil-A on campus," people are always so thrown off by that.
yeah.
They're always like,
Like,
"What? Are you serious?"
I know.
Like, yeah, we did, but it's fried chicken, so of course I didn't eat that every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why Freshman 15 existed.
Oh yes.
I feel like I stayed away from that for the most part, but not everybody did.
Not everyone. Yeah.
Because of Chick-fil-A. So.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, they plastered it right as you walked into Wildcat Express. It was like right there. It was almost hard to avoid sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah. So they really like to pimp the
Pimp the
Chick-fil-A. They never let you forget that they had it. So.
Yeah. So we had Chick-fil-A there. So in addition to that, Baldwin, we had another place. It was called Wilbur Wings.
Oh yeah,
or maybe
duh.
Wings,
How could I forget? Wilbur's Wild Wings.
Yeah, and these places were all in one big building. We called it like the student center, basically. And so yeah, you basically throughout from like lunchtime to basically dinner, you could go to any of these and they'd be open. So yeah, there was this wings place.
Yeah, which was kind of the what would you call it? I guess the black sheep of the three, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it had decent food, but it was kind of, it was where everybody went, one thing when it was dark out. It was kind of the student center after dark.
After dark,
right?
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, and a lot of people never even went ever.
Wow, that's
right. Yeah,
yeah.
People would always go to the other ones mainly. But the Wilbur's Wild Wings and Mario's Pizza.
Oh, Mario's
was all kind of
pizza.
one combined thing, but it was a separate entity than the other two. So it was really just where people kind of went when they wanted like a good midnight snack or just to hang out with the other night goblin people, I guess, who
that was
encompassed us.
That
like,
was us.
We were those people too. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there was that.
But it was just never that busy. Basically, it was always kind of maybe some stragglers, maybe some people that either just didn't have homework to do, I guess, or wanted to just see the Iwu nightlife, I suppose, right?
Oh yeah, whatever
something like that. Yeah.
Yep. So there was those main eating places. There was also like a convenience store, which kind of moved around.
It did,
throughout the years.
Yeah. I think it started out way in the back of the whole student center.
Yes, that's
at least
right.
for us, because we had to enter the one side, and it was literally the furthest thing away.
Right.
It was like a tiny little gas station.
Wasn't it like before you entered the student center commons?
Yeah. You had to walk through the commons.
Yeah. Okay.
And then veer off, and then as it kind of like went off into that other little hall toward Ott in the nursing building, it was way back there.
Right. Yeah.
But luckily it moved toward the front after our freshman year, and it was way bigger.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, and that just kind of usual convenience.
Yeah.
Me.
I feel like you.
I went there a lot.
Dylan would always kind of stock up on.
That's
stuff.
right.
Yeah.
Another college friend.
Yeah. All these shout outs.
Yeah. So there was that, and then I guess we just talk about the last remaining place, which was this coffee place called Macon.
Oh yeah, of course. My favorite.
Another
yeah.
And as you guys know or don't, but I'm not a huge coffee person. But Zach here
I became
can tell you
a huge
all
coffee
about
person.
that.
Yeah,
how was Macon for you?
I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just a common college thing to just kind of fall in love with the coffee place on campus, but I definitely did. It was a really classic kind of place to just either hang out with your friends, to study, to walk through and just kind of feel the vibes, get a nice, secondhand, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
Glow up on your way to class or whatever. Even in the winter time when it was really cold out, nobody wanted to do anything. It was always a nice kind of pick me up, just literally just walking through it and probably seeing at least 3 people you knew.
Yeah.
The coffee was cheap. It was only $2 for a fresh brew, I think. Maybe cheaper. I feel like it might have been cheaper, but of course they like cranked it up each year. That was kind of BS, but. They had to send out a mass email when they upped the price by like 25 cents. Remember that? Yeah, it was a whole several paragraph thing just to tell us that they upped the price of fresh brew by, I don't know, 25 cents or 50 cents or something. But also very good. But it was my theory is that they just somehow, I don't know how coffee works despite drinking coffee every single day. I don't really know how it works as in the caffeine content. Either way, I'm just fully convinced that they infused more caffeine into the fresh brew than your average cup of coffee. Whatever that means. Maybe somebody out there with chemistry expertise can actually speak to that. But yeah, it would give you a nice pick me up, pick you up, pick me up. It would always give you nice little jitters no matter what. I mean, they had nice little fruit drinks and
Oh,
those
that's right.
Starbucks-esque type stuff. But I don't know, the fresh brew really hit, man. It was always something.
Yeah.
So
So that was, would you say like that was your go-to?
yeah,
Pretty
just
much
because
most
it was so
days.
cheap and
Yeah.
you didn't have to wait or anything. You could just
Just
pour it.
just get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it really, and I think even some coffee snobs I've heard kind of detest to the fresh brew, saying
Hmm.
it ain't crap. It's actually not that good. Screw those people. I'll always stand by fresh brew being good. However, all that to say, yeah, objectively, maybe it's not the best coffee out there. It was just the vibes of Macon
Yeah.
was really something.
That's true because
It's like
especially like
right in the middle of campus too.
exactly, it was right there, and then after chapel, which I think ended, was it 11 or 10? I think it was
Ooh,
11.
good question.
11
I want to say it was 10 to 11.
Okay,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So after the end of chapel, like everyone, we all had to go there for chapel service. Like everyone on the campus, even professors and whatnot, would
Right,
go
right,
too.
right. Everyone, yeah.
So after that, it's basically like this mad rush to the student center and
Right.
classes.
Oh man, that line
and-
was
and,
insane.
And that
yeah.
line to Macon, like
Yeah. And
right before
Baldwin.
classes, and Baldwin
Yeah, yeah.
was always just
Just gnarly.
long.
Yeah.
I
I mean, people would cut too.
oh
you know,
yeah.
but
Just if they knew someone.
If
or
you knew
just-
someone, yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
it still didn't. That didn't really make it go faster for anyone. Yeah, yeah. It was wild.
It was wild. Yeah, and that was a cool spot. I mean, like I
Mhm.
said, I didn't go there a whole lot,
Sure.
but that definitely had the cool vibe of if you wanted to see kind of what was happening on campus,
Mhm.
you would just go to Macon, and
Pretty much,
there
yeah.
would basically just be people there
Right.
kind of studying. I was always curious about like
So yeah, how much people
how
actually study.
how that happens.
Yeah, no, I could never actually do legit studying unless it was something really dumb easy. But also remember Crema?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that was actually pretty dope. That was
Yeah.
low key maybe one of my favorite things about.
Yeah.
I mean, besides stuff that like we did, I guess in terms of stuff that the school offered,
Mhm.
Crema was maybe my favorite thing ever.
Yeah. Do you want to explain a bit about what that was?
Yeah. I think crema is also technically a coffee term too. So again, if there's any coffee nerds out there listening, please fill us in. But
Sure.
we could look it up also, but I don't think we're gonna do that. So crema, but yeah, it was a once a week thing. I want to say it was on Wednesdays, right?
Yeah, Wednesdays usually.
Yeah, it's crazy how much
Wow.
how easy this stuff is instilled in your brain when you're there, but you can't remember it when it's
Yeah.
5 years later. But yeah, no, it was a once a week thing, and everybody, just musicians, would just sign up. You always had to sign up like well in advance, and I think was it two actually? They let two different acts go on per week.
Yeah,
maybe?
it was like two different performers
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I don't know what the logic there was if they scheduled it with the act that they thought was going to draw a bigger crowd going first or later. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not sure. I always got the hunch that they saved the anticipated bigger act to go second. I don't know, maybe not, but it doesn't really
Mhm.
matter. But yeah, I mean, it was really just kind of what you picture as a coffee house performance, right? Just
That's right.
acoustic singer-songwriters was always big. Sometimes they would let kind of bands come up as long as it wasn't too loud, wasn't too thrashy, keeping it kind of, a little simmered down, pretty PG, right?
That's right.
A lot of pretty classic renditions of people doing the John Mayer song, Slow Dancing,
Oh,
right? Which
okay.
everyone knows that one, but that one line where he's like, "You'd be because you can." So many renditions of that, but censoring, the bad word.
Of course, yeah.
That's just how it was. You kind of had to censor everything when you're singing, that is. But that was just such a. I mean, again, I don't want to speak for Jonathan here, but being a music major, we had to do a lot of performances, and then alongside chapel services and kind of
Oh,
playing
that's
in
right,
churches.
yeah.
So they say technically not performances, right? But a lot of the time, and even when you're playing in a church or singing in a church, there's still a lot of pressure, right? You don't want your voice to crack, and normally it's or make a mistake, and it's dead silent a lot of the time in those older churches.
Yeah.
Still a lot of pressure. And then needless to say, the what was it called? The departmental recitals.
Oh, yes.
Those are kind of they're always
Yeah.
fun. They're always good learning experiences, but those were still very nerve-wracking, I thought, just because again it was completely silent. it's for a grade. You had to do it. You had to dress up. All
Yeah.
all this stuff. And then, needless to say, too, just even going to your lessons each week and rehearsals was always kind of those always kind of brought on their own levels of stress too. So all that to say, whenever we actually got to just kind of let loose in these crema performances, where again it was in the Macon coffee area setting, I just thought that was dope because
Yeah.
normally people were kind of chattering, people were still kind of there just having a good time, and then you're there to supply the background music. That was a lot of fun.
That was good. And we could definitely pick this up in another episode. We're kind of wrapping up.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, just for a little sneak peek, Zach and I and then another friend, Tyson, we actually ended up doing a crema performance.
Yeah. And honestly, I can't remember all the songs that we did. I do remember we even kind of took turns maybe for a bit of doing some solo stuff that like we just knew.
Yeah.
Right? Because I did that one John Mayer song, not Slow Dancing, but Stop This Train, I want to say.
Oh, lovely.
And then maybe you did one, maybe Tyson did one too.
Mm-hmm.
But at least for songs that we all did together, oh, you know what? I think that Tyson might have done that. The When I Close My Eyes, I Don't Even Care.
Okay.
What is it? Yeah, Ben Rector. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Brand New by Ben Rector. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did that one kind of on his own.
Yeah, he wanted to do that.
Yeah. But then in terms of songs that we all did together, we did the Streetlights.
Streetlights.
Or I guess
Daniel Caesar.
Streetcar, you could say.
Streetcar.
Streetlights by Kanye West or Streetcar by Daniel Caesar, however you want to. Basically the same song. Yeah. What were other songs that we did? I'm kind of drawing a blank.
I know we made a shared document.
Right. So yeah, I guess maybe we
we'll
could look back on that
pull that
if
up
we
later.
needed to. But
yeah, it was a
those are
good
the ones
time.
that I remember.
Crema.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was basically just a snapshot. There's definitely more we could talk about.
Yeah,
and we'll
for
be
sure.
happy to in the future.
Easily keep going.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and want to shout out anybody we know before we end this spot.
Yeah, honestly, shout out Harstein. Shout out John Harstein. Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like he deserves a shout out.
Okay.
I'm not connected to that weasel in a long time. I kind of miss him. So
Yeah.
maybe I won't text him directly, but if he learns that I miss him through this, then that would be dope. That'd be a good testament to the power of podcasting too.
Well, John, you heard it here.
You heard it here.
I hope you're listening.
You will hear it.
And I guess I'll shout out someone we both know, Mr. Marshall Brown.
He deserves a good shout out.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Every once in a blue.
Yeah. So all right, well that wraps up this podcast with my good friend Zach, and we'll probably do some more in the future.
Right on.
All right, see ya.